I don't need to write it down because what we'll do is I'll come back and clip it. So brand new thing on That's Football. Me against Craig throughout the season. You can play along as well. We're going to go head to head on Premier League predictions. 1 point if you get the right result, in the sense that the team you predict wins. 3 points if you get the right result and the correct score as well. You have to have your predictions before the show, so there's no strategic play involved, says Jimmy Garner. Yeah, well, we'll do that in future, but for now, it's the first show. It's on the hop. Right, here we go. You've gone 2-1, Arsenal against Brighton.
Yeah, 2-1 Arsenal win. Alright, it's not Brighton again, mate. It's Brentford.
They'll be Brentford when they actually get some bloody respect. For now, they're a Poundland Brighton. I actually think Arsenal will win that more comfortably. I'm not impressed with Brentford from what I saw of them against United, so I'm going to go 3-0 to Arsenal. The next game we're going to do, obviously, it's the Saturday lunchtime kickoff. It's Manchester United against Leeds at Old Trafford. What are you going to go with?
3-1 to United.
3-1 to United. I'd already done my prediction anyway on my preview today, which you can check out on the United Stand. Go and watch it to find my score and boost the views. No, I'll tell you, it's 2-1 Manchester United. Burnley against Brighton at 3 o'clock. That's a tough one. What are you going for, Craig?
Oh, it bangs of a draw, this one, doesn't it? 1-1.
I don't think you get many draws on the opening game of the season. I don't like draws. I'm going to go with Sean Dyche, Burnley. We're gonna do him. We've got. I'm sure they bought somebody, Burnley, and that I was impressed with. But I'm going to go Burnley to win it 2-1. I'll go first on the next one because it's a bit unfair you going first all the time. Chelsea against Crystal Palace. I mean, look, I suppose them playing extra time now is a bit of a problem, but I still think Chelsea. Palace are a bit unknown with Vieira. Could be a draw, that one. I'm going to go Chelsea 2-0. What are you going to go for, Craig?
I was going to do the very same, but I'll mix it up a little bit. I'll go 1-0 Chelsea, you know. I'll go 1-0.
Everton, Southampton, you can go first on that one.
I think there'll be goals in this game. Ralph Hasenhüttl likes to get a side forward. Rafa at Everton is an unknown. Everton are home, aren't they? You said it was Everton.
Goodison Park, yeah.
I will go for a 2-1 win to the Toffees.
Yeah, I Southampton are such an unknown quantity this season. And Everton, again, don't think they're going to be as good as they were under Ancelotti. I actually am going to go with a 2-2 draw in that one, Everton against Southampton. Leicester against Wolves at Leicester. I mean, again, Wolves are a big unknown quantity. Leicester, I think they do miss a centre-back. I don't know what Wolves are going to do. If it was Nuno Wolves, you've got an idea. I don't know what this Wolves team's going to do. But I think Leicester will have a good season. I'm going to go Leicester 3-1. Craig?
I'm going to go Leicester 2-0.
There we go. Watford at home to Aston Villa for you.
Again, bit of an unknown, but I'm predicting a decent season for Villa. I think they'll get off to a good start. So I'm going to go 2-1 to Villa.
Yeah, I think this is a good game for Watford. Home to a team that they'll be a bit confident about. Fans in the ground. Boost of the opening day. They'll probably lose every other game, but I think they might get off to a good start here. I'm going to go 1-1, Watford and Aston Villa. And then it's your lads at 5:30 at Carrow Road, Norwich City against Liverpool. I'm going to go with... I think Liverpool are going to pummel them. I'm going to go 3-0 Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm going to go 4-1.
Yeah.
4-1 Liverpool. I mean, there's usually goals when we play Norwich.
Yeah, Norwich play quite open as well, don't they? On to Sunday's games then. The first one is Newcastle against West Ham at St James's Park. Or, well, it's not that anymore, is it? It's the bloody... I don't know what they call it. Sports Direct?
I think it's back to St James's Park, isn't it? They dropped the Sports Direct. Either way, they're at home.
Yeah.
Your turn to go first on this one, I think.
No, I did Norwich.
It's... I think 1-1.
1-1 Newcastle and West Ham. Yeah, it's a difficult one to predict that. I think... I actually don't think West Ham are going to be that good this year. It's so difficult. Yeah, I'm stuck on that one.
It is a very hard. It's the hardest game of them all so far for me to have come
Yeah.
to a conclusion with as well, because the two unknowns.
I'd go Newcastle if I thought they were good enough. I don't think they're good enough, so I'm going to go West Ham 2. You gone Newcastle 2? What you go for, a draw?
Yeah, 1-1 draw.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 West Ham on that one. Although I do think Newcastle might win it, but I just don't think they're good enough. So no, I'll go with that, 2-1 West Ham. And then the final one is Tottenham against Manchester City on Sunday afternoon at whatever Spurs call their ground now. It's me first,
I
isn't it?
think.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead. Cool. Happy days.
I don't think Nuno's a very good coach. So for me, this is just like a London-based Wolves against Man City, and I think Man City will win that 3-1.
Yeah, I think City will beat them 2 or 3-0. I will go with 3-0, and I think it could be the catalyst that drives the wedge that gets Kane out of there. So I'm gonna go 3-0 City.
Yeah, I don't know about. I'm not expecting Harry Kane to play in that. I don't know what everyone else thinks. I don't think Harry. I've not heard anything, but I don't think Harry Kane will play in that game. I don't think it's a good idea to play Harry Kane in that game, to be honest. I mean, if he really thinks he's going to Man City, do you really think he's going to try and score a hat trick and beat them and dent their champions' hopes? I just don't think.
Roller them, and it will like whet his appetite more than anything to really want to try and force that move out.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's our Premier League predictions. We'll come back to that on Monday, and I'll clip it up and see how we did. And you can play against us, of course. Yeah, I know Arsenal and Spurs have this drama. Oh, good cross here. Havertz does quite well into the box. Oh, he's missed it. Pulisic.
It did come at him fast, to be fair.
Yeah, he should have scored there. I tell you what, I didn't like that Chelsea kit, but now, it's always what it looks like on the team, doesn't it? And I actually quite like that Chelsea kit now. I didn't like it as a, just looking at the kit, but I do quite like it now. But yeah, I really don't think Spurs are going to have a good season. I'll be very surprised if they do. I don't think they will.
I was actually really shocked that Son signed that new deal. I genuinely was shocked by that.
Chubba says, have you done a fancy Premier League team? I did do one last year and I just didn't stick to it. I think since I've been doing, before I did this, I used to do fancy Premier League a lot because I had a lot more time to do it. I was in jobs where I just couldn't be asked to work. So I'd spend a lot of my time doing my fancy Premier League team. But since I've done this, I actually have to work quite hard. So I never have time to just sit there and go, oh, this, that and the other. So I haven't bothered doing one yet. I may still do one, but I haven't done one yet. Have you done one, Craig?
I've got a team, but I'll be honest with you, mate. I'm crap at FPL, and every year, I try and fail miserably. So I haven't even joined leagues this year. I'm just gonna rumble along on my own for those times where I have a few minutes to spare. But I'm terrible at it. Absolutely all. I go off reputation alone. I don't pay any attention to form or anything like that.
I genuinely understand why a lot of people get excited about it. What I always say is, though, by the middle of October, about 90% of people have stopped doing it because that's just what